Hey guys, this is Larry Brown with Shopping Sherlock and Power Team Marketing. We'll talk a little while about the question of what is duplication. What exactly do we mean when we use the term duplication? Now, I'm not talking about the act of getting the person to the table. There are no doubt many teachable ways to get a person to the point where they want to know more. Those ways are teachable, but probably there's not one method that will work in all situations. You may be working your cold market while somebody else is working a warmer market. You may see people at work, invite them to a face-to-face situation. Uh, you you know there are a lot of different ways to do that, but what I'm thinking about tonight is what do you do after the person says, "I would like more information." What's the process, and what are you looking for? What is the one thing that has to happen after they come to the place where they say, I want more information? What does that mean? I want more information. Well, I have an idea that it means I have just one question, just one. Uh, they've already kind of got the idea that this thing intrigues them enough that they're willing to go ahead and look at it a little further. Uh, and they just have one question, and basically that question is about uh, well, it's about you. You know, most people shop for a sponsor, and they want to know about you. They want to know if you're going to be able to help them uh, make money. It's a question about the sponsor. Now, they're looking at you and they're saying, this bloke thinks he's Moses. And what I want to know is, can he get me to the promised land? Can he teach me how to make money? Well, if you handle it correctly at this point, that question is not going to be an issue. Uh, you may be at different stages in your network marketing career. It may be that you are a seasoned professional and you've been doing this a while, but there's not a task that you're afraid to tackle. Or it may be that you're a beginner and you know that you don't know a lot about the business. Uh, and you really don't know if you're going to be able to instill confidence in the mind of that person that you'd like to bring into business, the one that you think would be really good. So, what is it that you have to do? Because what you do next, whatever you do next, is the most important part of sealing this deal. Now, there's something that everybody can do, uh, regardless of your length of time in the business, your expertise, how much training you've had. There is something you can do to get the person to look a little bit further. Here's what you have to do. You have to borrow credibility. You need to take yourself out of the equation temporarily, and you need to uh, help that person to hear what they need to hear, that there are people that are doing this business, are able to do it. There are people that will help them. Um, there are people that you can plug them into, and you use their credibility. Borrow the credibility of your upline and plug this person into the system. Well, what do we mean here? Plug them into the system. I think the first thing we mean is that we need to we need to use the system that's been set up for us. Uh, the best tool that you and I have is a live webinar. Man, there's no atmosphere other than a live meeting where you're face to face with everybody. There's no atmosphere more exciting than a live webinar led by a capable host. And in Shopping Sherlock, we have a number of people that are able to do that. So even though you may not be able to do the presentation, they can do the presentation. And so plug that person into to the seminar or webinar, excuse me. Or if there is a live meeting in your area, plug them into the live meeting. And then when the live meeting is over, uh, you find out how they're feeling about it. What did you like best about this? Then you put them on the three-way call with your upline. Now, what that does, even though you may be able to tell them everything that your upline would tell them on a three-way call, it takes you out of the equation. It causes the prospect to look at this and say, you know, this person hadn't done anything that I can't do. I can invite somebody to a webinar. I can invite somebody to a meeting. I can ask somebody to get on a three-way call with my upline, and I can let these other people close these folks for me. And I might be able to do this. When you get on that three-way call, then your upline will then edify you and your prospective business partner, and make that slide a little smaller. It looks like it needs a little more work on it. But your upline will edify you. They will share with your prospect just what a good business partner you will be, what a good coach you will be. They make them feel good about you, make them feel good about the company. They will feel good about the um, person that's making that presentation to them. And at this point, your expertise doesn't matter. They've seen that the help is available, and this is important. It's the biggest step in sealing the deal and getting the person to say yes. Now, having said all this, I'm going to ask you the question again. What do we mean by duplication? Well, we mean something that has occurred in the mindset of the prospect. They have come to the place where they believe in you, they believe in the line of sponsorship, they believe in the company, they believe in themselves, they believe they can do this program, and that makes yes a lot easier to say. That's what duplication is. Duplication is something that begins in the that happens in the mind of your prospect, of your prospective business partner. It brings them to that point where they're able to say, like you were able to say when you became a part of Shopping Sherlock, I can do this. There's nothing about this that's too hard for me, and I can do it. If you try to make the sale yourself, you try to make the presentation yourself, no matter how good you are, you're going to lose. There's two ways you're going to lose. One is if you're very, very good and you make that presentation and they say, "Wow, he or he could do that presentation. They got it down pat." But you know what? I can't do that. I don't think I can ever do it that way. So you haven't demonstrated to them that they can do it. Then the other thing that can happen, so there are two things that can happen if you try to make the presentation yourself. The other thing that happen is you can fall flat on your face and you've lost your prospect that you worked so hard to get. And so that's what I mean by duplication. I mean duplicating in that prospect that warm, fuzzy feeling that says, I can do this, I like this, I love this. It's the feeling that you had when you became a rep, an affiliate in this company. And that's what duplication is. And it's a whole lot easier for them to say yes if you use the tools that have been given to you and you don't try to reinvent the wheel every time. Now, there is one more thing I need to say about duplication. I thought I might save that for the next presentation, but I believe I'll share it with you tonight. Duplication is not finished until you have duplicated in you the zeal and the get up and go that your upline has. One of the things I really love about Shopping Sherlock is when I listen to people like Brandon Ivy and Noel Floyd and Penny Kyle and others that make presentations. I love their enthusiasm. I love their zeal for the company. And I doubt that Brandon Ivy got to the place where he can make that presentation roll off his tongue like he does just automatically. He may have a photographic memory, I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. He's listened to these presentations over and over again. He's read the material over and over again. He's researched every day. And he's got to the place one step at a time where he can do this. Now, you may not be a Brandon Ivy. You may not be a Noel Floyd. You may not be a Penny Kyle. But you can get to the place by study and hard work and effort. You can get to the place where you can do what they do over a period of time. And one day, that skill will be duplicated in you, and people will be able to look at you and say, can you help me with my next business partner in shopping Sherlock? Well, it's Larry Brown. I've rambled on long enough, but that's what I mean about duplication. A change in mindset that has to occur in that prospective business partner has to occur in them like it occurred in you when you became a shopping Sherlock affiliate. Thank you very much.